everyone, thanks for joining for this alt art polymerization speed paint. I'll be taking on a new approach with this extended art card, going completely borderless. Definitely would love to hear your thoughts on the end result in the comments, as this is an altering style I'll consider adding to my commission options this next round. So, polymerization, the merging of two monsters into something greater. Felt like a fun upload for Valentine's Day, you know? And in the spirit of showing love to others and bringing things together, I thought a video on how to brainstorm gifts for the Yugioh player in your life could be a fun thing to talk about. You know the saying, you can't buy happiness? Well, I disagree, especially if you're shopping for other people. My home is filled with trinkets, cards, and useful items I see and use every day that remind me of the loved ones who knew me well enough to get me something that would make my heart go pitter-patter. If you're familiar with the concept of the 5 love languages, my top one is gifts. Some people may think it's a little shallow, a little materialistic, but those people don't understand gifts. A well-thought-out gift can show someone that you see them, that you care about what they care about, and that you're listening when they talk. As a Yu-Gi-Oh player who has friends both inside and outside the Yu-Gi-Oh community, I wanted to make a video for those who might not know anything about this game, but who care about someone who does, and who wants to get them a meaningful gift related to the hobby they're so passionate about. I will mention that the ideas in this video lean more towards players or collectors of the card game, since that's where I'm coming from, but the concepts can be adapted even if your Yu-Gi-Oh person is more into other aspects of the hobby, such as the anime, manga, cosplay, or the video games. Of course, I'm sure any gift from you to acknowledge and support your duelist interest will be appreciated and received with a grateful heart, even if you don't wish to explore the ideas shared here. But if you have a Yu-Gi-Oh player in your life, and you do want to get them something related to their passion with a little more intentionality behind it, these thoughts are for you. You can always ask them outright, of course, if there is anything specific they're wanting. That is a very good way to do this. But if you want to surprise them with a Yu-Gi-Oh gift, or if you ask them but you're not sure where to find the items that they mentioned, listen on. If you're a duelist and want to drop a hint, feel free to click that share button. We'll start with some easy wins. Most duelists love opening packs, but how do you know which ones to get them? Or for that matter, where to get them? Places like Target, Walmart, or the local GameStop can be a good starting point, but the selection can range from overwhelming to depressingly sparse, depending on how well stocked yours is. Even if it is well stocked, how do you know which packs to buy? If you want to know the latest Yu-Gi-Oh sets, you can check the official YugiohCard.com website. A quick latest Yu-Gi-Oh products Google search can get you there. Or, if you are familiar with sites like TCG Player, if you hover the Yu-Gi-Oh menu, new sets are listed on top. I'll leave links to these and other resources mentioned throughout this video in the video description for you. Reddit can also be a good place to ask for advice if you're wanting to keep the element of surprise and not arouse suspicions from your recipient. TCG Player or eBay could be good places to pick up single cards or sealed product online if your local options are lacking. If you do have a decent selection in your brick and mortar stores, you might see third-party repackaged items amongst the official product, like mystery cubes, which often come with a mix of old packs, potentially graded cards, or random loose cards with like a pack or two. I personally would suggest you steer clear of these, as they are often just bundles a vendor has assembled for the sake of moving stale product, but some people really enjoy opening them, simply for the novelty of it because it's a mystery, and mysteries can be fun. If you can get a read on your intended recipient's thoughts on such things in advance, that can give you a clue whether this is a good option to spend your money on, or something to avoid. If you aren't super familiar with Yu-Gi-Oh! And are hoping to scout some insights from your duelist, watch for ways to glean hints on their preferences. Perhaps while you're shopping together, you can casually ask if there's any new stuff coming out that he wants to see if they have in stock. Or perhaps if he's ever bought one of those mystery cubes before, to get a read for how that experience went, or potentially why he hasn't previously picked one up. If you see him prepping his deck for a locals or a tournament, you could show interest by asking some basic questions. What deck is he playing? What's it about? A lot of times, Yu-Gi-Oh decks will have a theme or strategy, or even sometimes a full-blown narrative behind the card artworks, and talking about them can be a lot of fun for duelists, as well as a way for you to listen for clues on potential gift ideas. Most duelists love talking about their favorite decks and why they enjoy them, or, alternatively, like to complain about decks they dislike, which can tell you what gifts to avoid. If you're finding it challenging to bring up your scouting questions in normal conversation, there are some blanket quote-unquote safe sets that anyone can enjoy, such as Rarity Collection 1, Rarity Collection 2, and Quarter Century Bonanza, also known as Rarity Collection 3. These are considered reprint sets that made several time-tested staple cards and past format collectible cards available in new, unique printings or variants, making each pack exciting to open. Even if they don't get an expensive quote-unquote chase card, they could still get cards they can use. If any of these are available to you in your budget, Rarity Collection 1 does tend to be the community favorite. Next time your giftee mentions Yugioh, you can casually ask if they like opening packs because they are looking for a specific card, or if they just like opening packs for the sake of it. If they are chasing a specific card, ask what card, or what set that card is in, and that can give you an idea of the specific booster packs to pick up from Target or Walmart, or, if you have a larger budget, potentially which set to order as a booster box online. Be sure to price check between online sites if you're going that route. Sellers on TCG Player might offer things at different prices than sellers on eBay. If your person likes opening packs just to open packs, then a recent booster box or even a cheap booster box of a less popular and therefore less expensive set might be a good option. If there aren't specific cards your person is currently chasing in packs but enjoys opening them regardless, you can often find sealed booster boxes from less recent or less popular sets for considerably cheaper, meaning you could potentially get more than one box for the same price as a recent set that might be spiked in price because of a few modern chase cards in it. TCG Player has good filtering tools for this. If you search booster box, you have the option to narrow down your findings using the dropdowns like product line for Yugioh and product type to booster box. This might still show you several packs in your findings, but you can further narrow it down from there depending on your budget. There's also a filter to search high to low or low to high in cost. In my experience, most Yu-Gi-Oh players or fans have a favorite deck or three, a favorite anime era, a favorite monster or format of the game, and most are more than happy to talk about it if you show any interest. If you're planning ahead for a future gift, showing interest in their hobby can be a good way to scheme ahead of time. High rarity or max rarity cards can also be something to consider, but since the pricing and market for these items can fluctuate drastically, if you wish to explore this option, I would suggest getting assistance from either another Yu-Gi-Oh player within your person's inner Yu-Gi-Oh circle, or someone in the community that you trust to help you navigate the market and find the best deal for this type of gift. Say you learn your duelist already owns their deck in max rarity, or normally purchases the single cards they need instead of opening packs. Then you could consider getting them a collectible or accessory gift instead. Collectibles range from high-end quality figurines to specialty dice or coins, to clothing or product collabs. Hypeland recently released a really cool puffer jacket and tote bag and a little satchel purse thing, all very fun. One of my recent-ish personal favorites is the Mr. SFC or Mr.Verse licensed Yu-Gi-Oh collection. It basically incorporates classic Yu-Gi-Oh items and characters into higher end but reasonably priced gender neutral jewelry like earrings, necklace pendants. Very cool. So depending on the item, the collectibles route, maybe it might require some pre-ordering in advance or potentially ordering directly from Japan. But it is something you should keep in mind and plan ahead accordingly because there's some really great options out there in that realm. Knowing what decks or characters your person likes can help you pick the perfect figurine or collab item to make their day. YouTuber House of Champs is normally really good about sharing upcoming product news. Sometimes he'll have individual videos about it, but sometimes they'll kind of be tagged on to the end of or beginning of one of his market watches. But you can also find information like that on social media sites like the Yu-Gi-Oh Reddit or Instagram news pages. For more accessible options, stores like Hot Topic or GameStop will often have interesting Yu-Gi-Oh products at a lower price point. A well-thought-out gift doesn't have to be store-bought though. Custom items, like something that you've made with your own hands, are a great way to show your support of your person's hobby while putting your own spin on it too. Homemade cookies, candies, or cupcakes are a great edible way to show some love. Who doesn't love a cookie? And Yu-Gi-Oh has several classic monsters that most duelists will know and love that can be recreated with frosting on a cupcake or a cookie, such as Kuriboh, Mokey, or Watapon. I'll put some simple character ideas in the video description so that if you're unfamiliar with Yu-Gi-Oh, you can know how to spell them to Google for image references. You can also consider commissioning artists. Pokemon team illustrations have been popular for years, and Yu-Gi-Oh players can have a similar attachment to their favorite cards or decks. Commissioning an artist to illustrate your duelist with their favorite monster or card can be a very meaningful gift. Instagram and Reddit can be great places to find artists who take on this kind of work. Similarly, if your person is a fan of altered cards, you could consider commissioning their favorite card, or even take a swing at altering one for them yourself. If you're not feeling up to that, or know they admire a specific online card artist, watch for that artist's commissions to open up on their respective social media platforms. Some of my favorite orders I've gotten to paint over the years were for friends, parents, or girlfriends getting a card done for someone they love. If you yourself are an artist, you can create your own art along the lines shared earlier, or take it a step further by creating custom sleeves through tools like Dragon Shield's Sleeve Crafter. Keep in mind which size you are ordering for something like this. Yu-Gi-Oh cards fit Japanese-sized card sleeves. Alternatively, Pokemon and Magic the Gathering fit standard-sized card sleeves. Along the same lines of thought, you can commission custom playmats through different printing tools online. This is a feature Imperium Duelist offers, but I'll talk more about them in a bit. So yeah, especially if you do digital art, these can be some really creative gift ideas. Last, but certainly not least, and arguably the biggest rabbit hole to fall down, is accessories! This includes products like playmats, which protect cards from contact with unpleasant playing surfaces like dirty, sticky tables, deck boxes, which securely hold, transport, and protect their decks of cards, sleeves, which protect the cards themselves from wear while playing, border sleeves, which allow them to customize the front look of their cards and offer an additional layer of protection, custom dice, custom field centers, those mark the middle of the playmat for players so that they know where the field zones are. There are many Konami official products on the market for these types of items, which you can normally find at stores like Target or Walmart, or your local card game shop. But if you're not finding something that clicks in that selection pool, there are also some solid third-party creative companies out there as well, such as Sleeve Chief, based in Germany, Imperium Duelist here in the US, Gem Accessories, and many more. I'll include some affiliate links along with discount codes for Sleeve Chief and Imperium Duelist in the description for you, as well as links to other popular third-party options to explore, even if we're not currently affiliated. Worth mentioning, although based in Germany, earlier this year, Sleeve Chief, who is one of my favorite affiliate partners, launched a US Amazon store, so if you're needing something with a faster turnaround, that is a good option for you. Some of these companies also offer products beyond those listed earlier, such as beautiful custom card binders and bags or backpacks specifically designed to accommodate duelists attending tournaments, with pockets and securities built in to comfortably house everything they would need to take to an event, even like straps for making sure their playmats don't fall off their bags. Based on your prior sleuthing of your person's preferences, you can search for related custom deck boxes, sleeves, playmats, or other items used to customize your duelist's playing setup that they will be sure to appreciate. As mentioned before, I'll leave additional resources in the video description for those interested. As always, thank you for watching, and if you'd like to see more voiceover videos like this, drop a like and consider subscribing. I'd love to hear about a favorite Yu-Gi-Oh gift you have given or received over the years in the comments. If you are a Yu-Gi-Oh fan and have other gift suggestions, please leave those in the comments as well. Until next time, happy dueling, happy sleuthing, and I hope you like the end result on this borderless polymerization. Bye guys!